Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna. I hope that you're having an amazing day. And as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm here to do a kind of thrift slash more ethical clothing haul. So if that is something that you're interested in, obviously keep on watching. We are finally in the fall season, or in the beginnings of it here in South Korea. There's a crispness to the air and I am so excited because I'm a person who thrives in cooler weather. I live for layers, I live for warm neutrals and just coziness and all the things that come along with the burrowing that happens in autumn and winter. And I'm from the East Coast of America, so pretty much I just am used to cold weather, and it's funny because I'm now dating someone who's from the West Coast and very much prefers warmer weather over colder weather, and it's just kind of funny to see that dichotomy in our relationship. But anyway, rambling on here, I have quite the pile here, and I want to say that this has been a long time of accumulation. Like, I'm talking like 3 to 4 months-ish of accumulation of just slowly purchasing and just thrifting here and there. So I'm not quite, I think I might just start with what we see right here and just kind of roll from there. So this first thing that I have is my new Pride and Joy. This is a linen skirt from a shop on Etsy called Maison Lee, and I'll have it linked down below. And this is just a box pleated, fully buttoned linen midi skirt. Wow, that was hard to say. And it has an elastic waist on the back. And when I saw it on the website, it honestly just gave me a very much like Audrey Hepburn Roman holiday vibes, and I just got really excited at the silhouette of the skirt. Now I will say that it does lay flatter than I think I thought it would, and I don't know if that's just me needing to steam it more or whatever it may be. But overall, I really like the way that this skirt fits. It's a really amazing quality in terms of just the linen and the weight of it. It's the thing about linen is that you often associate it with like summer because it's lightweight, and I can tell you it's quite lightweight, but it's got a heaviness to it that just like signifies quality to me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm obsessed with this. I'm gonna wear this a bunch this season, and I think I'll be able to find ways to make it work in the summer. So this is just my everything. Okay, next I have up, I think I'll keep it with bottoms. So I found this shop called Adored Vintage a couple months ago, and I've had my eye on a lot of their different apparel. It's a little bit higher in price range than I would typically want to go for when it comes to clothes, but I really appreciate the fact that they do try to source predominantly natural fibers like linen, like rayon, cotton, all of that. It's not 100% like that, but it's a smaller shop. And it has a limited quantity of things, so it's not going to be anything like your typical fast fashion. But I can't guarantee that everything there is ethically made. Nonetheless, I saw these trousers on them and on their website, and I kind of just became obsessed. They are kind of a 1940s silhouette-y kind of deal. It's got a little pocket here in the front pleats, which at first I was unsure if I would really like, because for me, an area that I don't necessarily like to highlight is my hip area, because I tend to curve out more on my hips and thinner up on top, so I'm a little bit more like apple shaped. But I really enjoy that these are kind of a mid to high rise trouser, and give me a kind of cigarette, kind of a 1940s pant vibe. They're not as wide as 1940s, but like the waist section is very much kind of that era, and then it's kind of a tapered slash straight leg down. I really like these. They're like a linen rayon combination, I think. I might have to check here now. 20% linen, 15% cotton, 15% rayon, and 50% polyester. So I would say it's a predominantly natural fiber, but there is a bit of polyester mixed in there. It's not perfect, but I really enjoy, and this once again has the whole quality thing for me that I feel like it's going to last me a while. And that's kind of been my focus when it comes to clothing. I'm really trying hard to focus in on natural fibers because A, it helps with like insulation and body temp regulation, but also it's just better for your body, better for the environment when it is time to maybe pass these on. But they're also going to last longer. So moving on now, I think I'll go to the dresses. So these two I did thrift off of, I'm part of this Facebook group where different people will just sell their whatever it is that they have access of, whether it be clothes, home goods, whatever it may be. And I picked up these two dresses actually from the same girl, and it felt funny because it just felt like she was gravitating to a different style and I was gravitating towards her style, so it was funny. But I love it because we are pretty much exactly the same size. So everything fit me to a T. The first thing that I have is this heavy as could be wool plaid pinafore. And this is technically from a fast fashion brand, Uniqlo, here in South Korea. But it is predominantly a wool material. I couldn't tell you, I might have to look it up later, but I'm pretty sure this is predominantly wool, probably with a polyester lining inside is the feel that I get. But it's very warm, super amazing, precious. I am obsessed with it. It literally fits me to a T. I plan on pairing it with like a baby doll front yoke type of blouse situation. I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but I'm obsessed. A little belt, a beret, or a little newsboy cap, and I'm gonna be wearing this a lot. And it's kind of like, you guys are gonna see I have a color scheme here, and that's just what I prefer to wear in general, but especially in the fall and winter. Now I have another plaid pinafore, and this one's a little bit darker in, well not, okay, it's a lot darker in color, but it's got just kind of like a running plaid of like a mid-brown, dark brown, dark brown, and cream. And this has box pleats all around. So I think this is more 1940s and this pinafore is more 1960s. And obviously it's not true vintage, but it's heavily taken from those silhouettes and styles. So I am very much in love, and I'll probably pair this with a few of the sweaters I have here and the same shirt that I would wear with the other pinafore. But I love it so much. I just feel so cute in both of those dresses. Okay, so now let's move on to shirts and then I'll go on to sweaters. So, as I mentioned, I have been focusing in a little bit more on like vintage styles, or at least you can tell I am. And I found this shirt on Etsy through a seller. I'll leave her link down below. I think she's based in Ukraine. And this is a 1950s blouse. And I can't explain the amount of excitement that just washed over me when I purchased this and got it in my hands after 2 months, because that's how long the post takes during Corona, which, you know, like, I'm not really complaining. I'm grateful it got here in one piece. And it has some slight wear and tear, like there's a little hole on the back and a little one on the front, but that can easily be stitched up. But this is a blouse from the 1950s, and I love the like square neckline on it, and it's perfectly tucked into trousers or midi skirts, and I just love the silhouette that this gives me and the detail. And I'm pretty sure this is either like rayon or cotton, because it's just got that feel, and it feels quite delicate as well. So I'm probably going to be hand washing this for as long as I own it. I'm so excited to be owning this like true vintage piece. I'm a dork. Anyway. Okay, this piece is from a retailer, a modern retailer, but this is called Simple Retro. And I'm still on the fence with how ethical they are. Their factories are based in China, but they try to share on their website that they follow as best practices as they I'll leave the screenshot here because I read through it. And I didn't really do too much research before purchasing this, but then upon research it just was mixed. So anyway, the reason why I like this store is because it follows vintage patterns. So the garments are usually going to be based off, if not 100% a copy of a vintage or a retro pattern. And so I got this Edwardian inspired shirt, and I can tell it's following a vintage pattern because it just doesn't fit like any other like modern top in the way that the sleeves are sewed on. And it's got I forget what year, but at one point in history we started changing the way that sleeves were sewed on. And so the allowance that this gives in my armpit is quite different than how a modern shirt would, I don't have a modern shirt here, but a modern shirt would fit. But I love the Edwardian details on the front, and technically this can be worn front or back. And I love it very much. I have no other words other than I adore it. It is starting to stain on the armpits, which is a little bit annoying. I've worn it a couple times, but I'm gonna try out a few different tricks to lighten this up. If you know any tricks down below for like white shirts, because I own a majority white shirts, please let me know. That would help me out so much. But I love the details, like I said, in the front, the panel, and the little peplum, the little tiny peplum at the bottom, and the lace detail, or not lace, but embroidered detailing on the sleeves. I like the way where the sleeves hit. And I just like the neckline of this shirt. All in all, I adore this shirt. I'm so happy I have it. Okay. Whew. Last 4 pieces here. So, Uniqlo is somewhere that I kind of shop regularly if I'm going to be purchasing in a modern shop in Korea. And I know that people have talked a lot about their merino wool sweaters. They've been on my list for a while for transitional weather and just as a good layering piece. Okay, so the first thing that I purchased is this merino wool black cardigan. And I purchased it as a cardigan because, and in black, because I don't really have any black clothing items, like very little besides trousers and another pair of trousers. Yeah, I don't really own black in my wardrobe, but I do think that this is a really solid layering piece, and I do think that it will come to use quite a lot, especially with pairing with my pinafores, and I plan to wear it as a shirt rather than a cardigan, but I just felt like it was a good addition and a color that I don't really own, and it's just a solid layering base. Okay, moving on. Now, I purchased this Camel, still got tags, this Camel merino wool crew neck. I have an old crew neck from Old Navy that's maybe 5 or so years old that I've worn a lot, and it's just stretched out, and I want to rehome it or at least donate it, but it isn't soft, it isn't exactly super warm, and I just wanted a better quality item. So this is to replace that, and it's so soft, the merino wool from Uniqlo, and fairly great at being a transitional layer and a base layer. And then I also picked up this cool sage green, I want to say. Sage, not so much olive. I love to wear green. Green, brown, creams, white, like mustardy yellow is pretty much my go-to when it comes to clothing. So this was just kind of a little bit more of a spontaneous buy, but I don't have anything in this color in terms of tops, so very happy I have it. Oh, and the last thing, thank God, because this is a lot more long-winded than I realized it would be, is this chunky knit kind of burnt orange. It doesn't look it on the camera, it looks bright, but I promise you it's a dark, think like pumpkin spice. If pumpkin spice was a color, this would be it. And I love it. It is super soft, and I will say, I will admit, it's from Abercrombie & Fitch, which is, yes, a fast fashion company. but I saw this on Steffi on Instagram, and I'll have her Instagram link down below, and I just loved the fit of it. It's got balloon sleeves, and they're a little bit off the shoulder. It's just a really good chunky knit that has a slight vintage vibe to it. So I don't regret this one at all. This is something that I definitely will keep. And I do think that when it comes to fast fashion, if you're going to purchase from there, it should be something that you do think you're going to wear a lot and for a long time. And that's exactly how I feel about this sweater. I can just pair it with so many things that I already own in my closet. It's one of my favorite colors to wear, like I mentioned. So I'm gonna stop defending this purchase. I really am glad that I have this sweater. Whew. And that is the end of my haul. I don't really foresee myself adding too much into my wardrobe that I don't already have. This really did just like give me a lot of solid basics that I can work with that I didn't have in my closet already. And I'm just excited to work with all of this clothes. And I do want to do a lookbook later on once it does cool down a little bit more, because I will definitely be extremely hot if I try to do a lookbook using these clothes now. But I'll probably try to do another video using all of these clothes to show you my outfits and give you guys some outfit inspo, even though we're not really going outside too much anymore. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it was a long one of me just rambling on, but I hope that you enjoy. Anything that I can link, I will have linked down below for you to purchase. And I hope that you are enjoying the start of fall the way that I am. I love these cool mornings and nights, so take advantage of them. This transitional mode doesn't last too long, I find, in most cases, so enjoy. And here's to the start of fall. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!